If you're a black person right now, please listen. I need your help, please. It's been 5 days now. I've not been able to sleep. I can't sleep. And what is the most painful thing is that my sister and I, who founded Grassfields, have been taken away from, our company has been taken away from us. And during all this process, these 5 days, they have just been ignoring us. They have sent us letters, legal documents, trying to silence us in not talking. And they keep posting on our Instagram page. I'm talking about the investors that we went into business with. Like, nothing has happened. They hijacked our emails, our company emails, even my personal email. They went into my personal email, my Instagram. And they have been they have done so many unlawful things during this whole process. And I'm saying that if they have the audacity to do this, they've done it before. But I'm going to fight for my business. They say we have fought for the last 3 years to make sure that Grassfield remain alive, even though my sister was sick. Today, I'm going to fight for Grassfields. I'm going to make sure that they pay for what they have done to us. Please help me.
Dear customers and friends, we hope you are keeping well. It is with huge regret and sadness that we have been driven to write to you after a number of defamatory and malicious statements were published on social media about Grassfields. In light of this, it is important that we bring certain matters to your attention that you may not be aware of, and we have reported the matter to the police. Why have we had to act? In September 2022, the current management team saved Grassfields from extinction by buying it out of administration after its co-founders and sisters, Christelle and Michelle Nganhu, I hope I've said that right, ran the business into the ground. The company owes suppliers, staff and customers over 2.2 million, despite the sisters making even more than that in revenue, resulting in huge personal gains to them. This is of course had a huge effect on you, our customers, some of whom didn't receive the products they ordered and didn't receive refunds, and staff who weren't paid for months. The new management has spent the last few months trying to clean up this mess, and we're proud to say we're making progress in fixing the issue that some of you may have faced. We're also proud to be investing in local manufacturing in Nigeria, where some manufacturers had refused to work with the company under the sisters' management due to not being paid. Nothing that Christelle and Michelle have been sharing significant misinformation already. We are driven to set the record straight with you. The current situation. We have been made aware of defamatory and malicious statements being made out about Grassfield by Christelle and Michelle and some of the models who have worked with them. Additionally, information has come to light recently which leads us to believe that Christelle and Michelle had been diverting funds over to Grassfields for their own benefits, failed to pay their team, suppliers and lenders, continued to charge customers for products that they had no intention of dispatching whilst ignoring refund requests, and spent a large portion of the company's funds in a personal capacity, which ultimately led to the company becoming insolvent. We are in the process of preparing to issue an application at the High Court for an injunction to immediately restrain the founders' further unlawful activity in order to protect the business and its customers. Some of the above behaviour amounts to criminal conduct in the UK, and unfortunately we had to pass the information to the police and are cooperating fully with investigations. What you should know. The new management team purchased the business out of administration. Christelle and Michelle were given the opportunity to contribute to the business. The hope was that we could work together to rebuild the business. With this hope in mind, both Christelle and Michelle were rehired. In light of the above misconducts coming to light, we were left with no choice but to dismiss Christelle and Michelle from their roles with Grassfields last week. This was an extremely difficult decision to make, given the relationship you, our customers, supporters and friends, have built with Christelle and Michelle. Since their departure due to the unfortunate suspected criminal conduct, Christelle and Michelle have improperly obtained and refused to return access or ownership to Grassfields, TikTok/Pinterest and Africa accounts. They have threatened to use these social media accounts to spread further defamatory and malicious statements unless certain unreasonable demands, including financial demands, are met. The new management team will not be engaging with these improper and unlawful demands. We should say that since Grassfields' new management team rescued the brand out of insolvency, we have rehired staff who previously lost their jobs, increased the workforce by 40%, invest in new infrastructure, including a new warehouse and manufacturing partners in the UK and Africa, honoured all historical refunds and returns, and are currently proactively working on those that are outstanding. Should you have any questions, concerns arising out of this community, then please do not hesitate to contact us, and we will do our very best to get back to you promptly. The entire team is determined to rebuild Grassfields and continue to provide high quality and ethically made products for our valued customers across the world. The new management is dedicated to earning your support and trust through great customer support and unrivaled fashion. Thank you once again for your continued support and loyalty. Sincerely, Grassfields. Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you for tuning in. That was a long statement, but I felt like it was really important to read that statement because there's always two sides to every story. This story gets quite interesting. Michelle, I believe, who claimed that the fashion brand has allegedly been taken over by investors who joined the business towards the end of last year. The designer, who founded the clothing company with her twin sister, also made claims that their personal emails Instagram account was hacked by the investor. Imagine investors joining last year and they take over your business. This comes after CRIES' previous announcement last year, February, that they would be closing, that the Grassfield will be closing down following her sister Michelle's battle with a serious illness, which I actually remember doing a video too. Although she later shared that her sister's treatment had been successful and Grassfield was back in business. Here is the thing, this is quite conflicting because there is so many potholes to this story. Like I said, I covered this last year when she'd come out that her sister had a serious illness. A lot of people empathized with them and supported them, and then it was, now this is happening, another sob story, crying, asking for help. What are we supposed to do at this point? I think the problem that people are having with the story is that there isn't transparency. This is a public and legal and real issue. I can definitely feel the pain of where she's coming from. They founded the company, these investors came in last year, and now they're taking over. They have no control of something that, you know, they probably planned and worked towards. You know, two sisters, it was a beautiful thing and we love to see it. The black community love to see it. But here is the thing, like, if you scam people in business, which allegedly they have 2.2 million, that's how much debt you caused the company, not paying staff, again allegedly not sending out products, not intending to do refunds. All of these things form part of your business plan. You know, all of these things form part of your business success, and if you start scamming people, everything comes back to you full circle. So people don't really know at this point what the real story is. If the company went into administration and the investors had the money to save the business and, you know, took ownership of that, and I don't know what level of control and what proportion they had in their clause. I don't know what their contract looks like, but it seems like these investors was powerful enough or had enough to take the whole business. So it's becoming a problem because unfortunately a lot of people are feeling sorry for them. You know, yes, they founded this company, but at the end of the day it looks like they drove the company to the ground. I think it's going to be quite difficult now for them to come back. Like, she's out here asking for help. Like, what are we supposed to do? You know, now you have to go to court, you have to answer for yourself, and you have to be truthful and be transparent. If anything, people would want, you know, the truth. People will want to know, did you pay people? Did you refund? Did you do your due diligence to how you're supposed to handle your business? Or was you trying to keep all this money to yourself and scam people. So it's quite an interesting one. It's quite divided in terms of how people are feeling. I'm not sure how I feel about this statement though that they put. I think they were forced to write this statement, but I'm not really sure how I kind of feel about it. I think near the end it was structured quite well. They obviously highlighted the problem, then they highlighted how the solution and how they looking to resolve that. But I think in light of this, it's important that we bring certain matters to attention. Some of the wording, where was it again that was just like, all right, did you need to word it like this? This is your professional business page. Like I think it could have been worded a little bit different, but that's just me being picky and nitpicking really. But this is not looking good at all, you know what I mean? I want to say something. I just kind of feel like every time I see a black owned business, successful black owned business, I'm talking about successful, the white man is always behind it. Do you know what I mean? And unfortunately we cannot outdo. You can't come and mix your pollution and think that you can get away with it. It will always come back full circle, and you don't have enough power. When it's that infrastructure, when it's set up like that, we just don't have enough power. And unfortunately, you've made your bed, now you need to lay in it. Is that the saying? You've made your bed, now you have to lay in it. So yeah guys, it's unfortunate, but I feel like everything that happens in secret always comes to light. And if all of these allegations are true, the company owes supply staff and customers over £2.2 million, by the way. Sis, how about you answer that? But yeah guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. But thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll speak to you guys in my next